Carly has trisomy 18. She wasn't expected to live. They say 90% of kids with trisomy 18 don't make it to birth. And then out of that, 10% make it to birth, only 5 to 10% of them make it a year. But once they make it a year, they say they live for a while. And there are kids with trisomy 18 that are in their 30s. So hopefully we have her in our lives that long. Shortly after birth, we found that she would stop breathing. And then we wound up taking her to the hospital. They put her in the ICU and they did a scope and found out she had bronchial tracheomalacia. We made a decision with my whole family. Stacia's mom and stepdad was there, my mom and dad, my brother, my sister, everybody was there, and we made the decision to trach her. And it was probably the best decision of our lives because she wasn't going to make it much longer if we didn't.
I do work in the field. I work with children who have serious medical conditions. So it's something that I see all the time, and I know that these families, they have a lot. They have a burden on them. Not just is it emotionally taxing, but there's the financial burdens. It's just life is different when you have a child who has special needs. So I know that there's not a lot of help out there for these families. So I see them come into our clinic, and they need this, they need that, and these things cost a lot of money, and it's just there's nothing available to help them. So yeah, I guess without a doubt, I see the need, and I see it often. So it doesn't even occur to me to not do it.
We were trying to get help to get a chair for Carly for years because we just, having a hard time finding a chair, having a hard time finding a way to pay for it because medical equipment is not cheap.
He just happened to tell me that he knew about Compassion in Action, and they had helped his family get some things for Jonah that he really needed, and we had been looking online at different things for her to sit in, and everything that we came across was thousands of dollars or in another country that we couldn't even get to.
I think that our very first event, the event for the 5K for Grant Reed, having a friend that their son was just rocked with illness and their family was overwhelmed, and so I feel like that's what started it all. That's what inspired us to realize there are more families out there like that. We want to reach as many as we can, and that's why we do a lot of our events, is because we're trying to spread the word. We don't advertise, we don't have an advertising budget because we want all of the money to go back to the families. So in our events, not only are we fundraising, but we're also trying to advertise, to promote Compassion in Action, to spread the word about who we are, what we do.
Sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming when you are trying to make a difference and you have everything in your own life. And when you actually do get to see someone, it makes it real and puts everything in perspective, and then you can understand, and it reminds you why you're doing it.
Compassion in Action has helped because of this chair has made Carly a lot more mobile, so she can have more family time with us. If we're in the kitchen, especially like making Christmas cookies, she'll be in the kitchen with us and able to participate.
What keeps me still involved in Compassion in Action is definitely the people that we are helping, the hope that we are providing for them, as well as just the group itself and the support system that we are for each other. And we can, just kind of reach out. And again, that hope piece is key in keeping me motivated.
I guess what we found was that when you don't have a big support system, you don't have a church family or a big family nearby, that people don't necessarily come to support those fundraisers. So those people we felt probably really need the help more than even the people who have all that support from churches and their families. So we changed our focus, and we decided that we were going to form a nonprofit, and rather than hold events for one specific family, we continue to hold events to raise funds, but now we have an application process for families to go through, and so anybody can apply for funds as long as they have a child who has serious medical needs.
So we have lots of different ways that you can contribute. If you're a business, you can contribute through our corporate sponsor program. We send those letters out yearly. And then you can also just make an individual donation through our website, or just by coming to one of our events and supporting us in that way.
The reason that you come to a Compassion in Action event is because we're all about families. We're all about people. Compassion in Action is more than just a business. We're a nonprofit, yes, but we're that because we care about people, because we love people. We don't make any money ourselves. Everything goes back to the people that we serve. So I would say come to a Compassion in Action event because we help families locally. Everybody in their lifetime is going to experience some kind of illness or some kind of stress from an illness, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help families to be able to focus on their loved ones, to be able to not have to worry about the bills and the money and all of that. We're trying to help them to just focus on their child.
Not very many questions were asked. I mean, I just told her we really need this chair for Carly because right now she's just sitting on pillows and blankets all stuffed in a couch, and we can't do anything but leave her sit there all day and rearrange it, and she's not very comfortable. So she asked me what I wanted, and we told her that we had been dealing with somebody that had one of these chairs, and we were able to demo it for a couple days. I think it was about a week, and figured out that we really liked the chair, so we gave her that information, and that's what she did. She looked into it and had it ordered and delivered to us within a week.
So people can apply by visiting our website, compassioninactionohio.org, and there's an application tab, and you just click on that, print it out, fill it out, send it in. It's a pretty easy process. The biggest thing you have to do is have a medical professional sign stating that your child does have that symptom or that illness. And then after that, it's just a matter of us, deciding how much funds are available and how we can help you the best.